Yeah, good afternoon, students. Yeah, good afternoon to everyone. Wait for 2 minutes. I will start my class after 2 minutes. Please stay on here. Am I audible, students? Yeah, okay, fine. Today we are going to discuss about V model, that is STLC V model. You have to studied already about this topic. Again, we are going to see the same topic in software testing also. So here, V model is one of the waterfall model. So it found the defect at every very later stage on the development process. So it is it is becoming very challenging and costly to fix the defects. So to overcome this problem, we are going for waterfall model. So V model, sorry, we are go for V model. So waterfall model is one of the model for doing our development stage. Here in STLC, we have to choose the V model. What is the reason behind this? It is the one of the testing model. It will be start the testing from the requirement analysis itself. So that is a V model, also called as verification and validation model. Verification and validation model. So why it is called verification and validation model is um, we go when we go for V model. Why we call this is the V model is called as verification and validation model. Um, this is nothing but just a minute. V model is one of the most widely used software development model. V model has been actually proved the implementation of testing right from the requirement phase. So everyone choose the V model for their development and also the testing process. So this is the one of the software model. It has been proved the implementation of testing from the from right from the requirement phase. So the V model also called as verification and validation model. It is another name for V model. So to understanding the V model, let me first understand what is mean by verification and what is mean by validation in the software development side. So verification is nothing but it is a static analysis technique. In this technique, the testing is done without executing the code. The verification is only one, that is the static analysis. This is not a dynamic analysis. The verification is a static analysis technique. In this technique, the testing is done without executing their code. This is called verification. For example, reviews, inspection, and we have to check manually, like this example for verification. Validation. What is mean by validation? Validation is the dynamic analysis technique where the testing is done by executing the code of your project. It may be included in the functional or non-functional requirements. Listen, verification. You want to understand what is verification and what is validation. They both are different terms. Verification is it is a static analysis. So in this analysis, we have to check only uh, that is a review, inspection, or walkthrough. Otherwise, the validation is the dynamic analysis technique. Here, we have to doing our testing part. That is, we have to execute our code and other than using tools. Then we have to done all the work here one. So that term is called validation. Just a minute. Sorry for the interruption. We will continue. This is there is a verification and validation is the different terms. Verification is the static analysis, that is we have to done manually or review or inspection of the things or our project requirements. Here validation is nothing but it is the dynamic analysis. We have to execute our code or using any tools or anything. So it is include the functional or non-functional techniques. So first we have to understand what is mean by verification and what is mean by validation. So verification is the static analysis and the validation is the dynamic analysis, and also the verification done by manual or a review or inspection. Otherwise, the validation is done by executing your code. Okay, the next one, the why we go for the V model. In the V model, the development and QA activities done simultaneously. In V model, where the development and also the quality activities, that is quality assurance activities, or done in simultaneously. Before that, we have to see this diagram. So here, this is the V model of STLC. So first thing, just a minute. Yeah, this is the requirement analysis. This is the because of we have to done our testing as well as the development side. So we have to do parallelly. So that's why this is called V model. We have to take this V shape. So we have to done our project simultaneously the development, and also we have done the testing part. So this is called V model. So there will be activities or done simultaneously. Though this Okay, there is no discrete phase called testing rather than testing starts right from the requirement phase. Here, the verification and validation activities goes in a hand in another hand. So the left hand side shows that development activities. Listen, look at these are all the development phases. These are all the development activities. These are all the testing activities. The both activities has been done in the parallelly. Are you clear? The left hand side of shows that development activities, and the right hand side shows that testing activities. So this is the V model. Listen, the first one, requirement analysis. In this requirement analysis, what we are going to do, um, simultaneously we have to start from first we have to start from the left side. In the left side we have a activities of development phase. We have a activities of development side. So what testing can we do in this development phase? But this is the this is we are going to demonstrate, and that testing can done in all the phases of development activities. Yesterday itself I have told that whenever in the testing we have to include the requirement phase also. Here also we have to start from the testing in the requirement analysis. So in this phase the requirements are collected, analysis and studied. Are you clear? In the requirements phase, in the requirement phase, that is in this requirement phase we have to collect the requirements. We have to collect the requirements, collected and analysis and studied how the system is implemented, is the if it is is it is important or not, and what the system has supposed to do, and is it is important or not. We have to do some analysis about the requirements. Then first thing, verification activities. We have to done our verification activities, and verification activities. What we are going to, we have to review the activities. In the validation we have to create the UAT. The UAT means that user acceptance test. User acceptance test. This user acceptance test. User acceptance test. Yeah, this is shortly called as UAT. Your user acceptance test. Are you clear? In this phase, we have to, in the left side, we have to done the verification and validations. So both side we have to do the requirement reviews for verification. Validation means we have to create the UAT, that is user acceptance test cases. UAT means user acceptance test. We have to create the user acceptance test cases, and the finally in the after this phase we have to we got the document of requirements, and we got the UAT test cases. UAT test cases. Are you clear? So Another one, system requirements in high level or system requirements in this. Sorry, just a minute. That's this system design and high level design. The next phase is called system design. Other, that is the design phase. Design phase we have to mention like the design phase. That is, it may be a high level design or it may be a system design. In this phase, what we are going to check. In this phase, we have to design the high level design of software is built. In this, in the teams has been studied or investigates on how the requirements would be implemented. How the requirements could be implemented. That is, they will discuss the technical feasibility of requirements, and also team also comes with their modules that would be created the dependencies or hardware or software needs. That is the design model. That is the design model we have to verify here. Are you clear? The design phase. This phase is called design phase. In this part, we have to analyze the models and requirements of the systems. So that is this part is will be done here. So here, what is the verification activities? The verification activity is design reviews. Design reviews. The previously we have to given the requirement reviews. Here in this phase we have to verify the design reviews, and validation activities mean we have to create the system test plan. Create the system test plan. So the next one, architectural design. In the third phase is architectural design. That is, architectural design is nothing but the third phase of your phase is based on the high level design and also include the software architecture for software architecture creation. Here we have to, based on your design, we have to create the software architecture for your projects and for their modules, for the module, and we need to finalize their relationship and dependencies and architectural diagrams and database tables and the technology details of everything we have to finalize in this phase. We have to finalize in this phase. Mainly, we here also we have to verify the design reviews, and validation activities means integration test plans and test cases. Integration test plan and test integration test case and test plan. The fourth one, the next one is module design. When you go for the module design phase, when you go for module design phase, here we have to verify each and every module of software components or designed individually or according to that. We have to verify methods, class, interfaces, data types, etc., etc. They are all finalized in this phase. So here the verification also verification activity means that is we have to till more finalized everything. The first one, requirement analysis. In this phase, requirements or collected, analysis and study. In the system requirements or the high level design phase, we have to define the software, and we have to study how the requirements are implemented, and the feasibility studies of requirements also has been done in this phase. So here the design reviews has been done. So at the same time, we have to create the test cases of system test plan. In architectural design, we are going to based on the high level system, we have to create the software architecture, and we have to finalize the relationship dependencies and diagrams and the database tables. If there is any technology, we have to finalize everything here. So here, integration test plan, and the first one, system test plan, that is system testing. We have to see, look at the manually, we have to, parallelly, we have to design. Here, when you are go for the requirement analysis, we have to create the user acceptance test cases. User acceptance test cases. When you are go for design phase, we have to done the system testing. So we have to do these parallelly. That is, one side the development has been approved everything. At the same time, the system teams also have their doing their part of work here. So at the same time, when you go for the architectural design, the integration test, here we have to get the user acceptance test cases. Here we are going to get the system design test cases, and we are getting the integration test cases. So we in this part, side by side, we have to create the test cases of the particular module. uh, each and every module, we have a whole project, we have to some other modules, each and every phase we have to define their test cases also. The development phase, developers has been doing their work here. At the same time, testers also doing their work according to the development phase. So if they are having 5 modules of the project, so they will create for test case for system test cases for all those 5 modules. The same time, the when you go for the architectural design, they will be create the test cases for the integration testing. They will be create the test case for integration testing. These things all will be happening in parallelly. So, in architectural design, based on the high level design, they will the developer has been create the software architecture and their modules and their relationship and dependencies on architectural diagrams and database and technology details. Everything has been finalized in the architecture. Here, the verification phases, design reviews, and then testing, that is the validation activities. What is the validation activity here? Integration test plan, and also they have to create their test cases. They have to create their test cases. This is done by developer and also by the tester. So the next one, module design or low-level design. In this phase, each and every module of the software components in this phase, that is module design. Here, the parallel process is in testing side, unit testing. So here, what they will be given to the developers, they will be create the test cases of their module design. They will be create the modules of their test cases. Here, the verification is design reviews. In this phase, each and every module of the software components has been designed individually. That is, for your module, you have some methods, class, interfaces, database. These things are finalized in their phase. Finalized in their phase. So this is also in verification activity is in their design reviews, and the validation activities is creation and review of unit test cases. And then the final one is implementation. The final one is implementation phase. Final is, that is the coding is has been called as implementation. When you go for coding, we have to developing your project here. So what kind of activity will be happening here? If the actual code will be done here. Your project has been created here only. So here the code review and the test cases also need to create the same time. The right side, I have already told parallelly right side because till one more time let me explain. The first one UAT. The UAT means that user acceptance test cases. User acceptance test cases. In this space, all the unit test case has been created. That is low level design. That is low level design has been created. The unit, you know already the unit testing, right? The unit testing is the white box testing technique where the piece of code is written invokes the method or invokes a method to test whether the code is giving to expected output or not. This is the basically performed by the development team. Are you clear? The unit testing is the one of the testing technique. Here, the unit testing. Just a minute. Here, the unit testing is there now. This unit testing is the one of the testing technique of white box testing. In the white box testing, in the white box testing, we have what is mean by unit testing. The unit testing is nothing but we have to unit testing is nothing but the where the piece of code is written which invokes the method to test whether the code is snipped or is giving the expected output or not. This is the unit testing. This testing is basically performed by the development team while writing their implementation. So another one is integration testing. The integration test cases are executed which where they created the actual architectural design. The same thing I already told you. The next one, user acceptance testing. UAT means user acceptance testing. The acceptance testing is basically related to business requirements of the testing. Here, the testing is to be validate that the business requirement or met in the user environment. That is sometimes it may be a non-functional testing or maybe it may be a functional testing. So here, listen, this is the V model. There will be a parallel process of your development side and the both testing side. So that's why we have to choose the V model for the um, software development. So here, um, that is the this is the difference between the normal waterfall model and the V model. The V model is the one of the models used for STLC. So why it's called STLC V model? It it has been done their work parallelly the development work and also it was using the testing also done in the same time. So that's why we have to choose the V model. So V model can be uh, done parallelly two activities. One is the development activities, another one is the testing activities. So every time we need to include the requirement analysis in the testing part. Then only we have to reduce our cost of testing. Otherwise, it leads to cost effectiveness. When we have to use the V model, when we have to use the V model is applicable when the requirement is well defined and not ambiguous. Then we go for the V model. And one more criteria, the acceptance criteria are well defined, and the project is short to medium size, then technology and tools are not dynamic, then we go for these are the requirements when we go for V model. The requirement is well defined and not ambiguous. That is where we have to specifically select all our requirements, and we have to verify everything. Then it will be perfect. Then we go for V model, and the acceptance criteria are well defined, and the project is medium size, that is short to medium size, then we go for B model. So and on one more thing is, if the technology and tools are dynamic, we are not do parallelly. So that's why that is one of the disadvantage in your B model. Otherwise, we will go for the B model for up to the medium size of the project. We will go for the B model. So the next one, that is there is the advantage and disadvantage of your V model, using the V model. So the first one, pros and cons, we have to see here. The development and progress is very organized and synthetic. That is one of the advantage of your V model. So it works well for the smaller to medium sized project. That is already told now. It is my work for, it is perfectly suit for me smaller to medium sized project only. So and testing start from the beginning. So ambiguities or identified from the beginning itself, and it is easy to manage each phase has well-defined objective and goals. These are all the advantages of V model. Another one is disadvantages. It is not suitable for bigger and complex projects. The V model is not suited for bigger and complex project, and it is not suitable for if the requirements are not consistent. Already the told, if the requirements are well defined, then only we are able to use the V model. The same thing, then it is not suitable if the requirements are consistent, and no working software is produced in the intermediate stage. No working software is produced in the intermediate stage, and there is no provision for doing the risk analysis. So uncertainty and risks are there. So when you go for a V model, so there is no provision for doing the risk analysis. That is one of the main disadvantage where we won't go for the V model. So when you go for V model, we have both advantages and disadvantages. If you go for the advantages, it is the development and the process is very organized and systematic, because we have to do the development and testing has been parallelly. So it will be well organized, and it is work for a smaller project. If you go for smaller project, it will be work easily. So and the testing is starts from the beginning. So and one more thing is easy to manage each process, as well defined objective and goals. Not suitable for disadvantages. The main disadvantages is It is not suitable for the bigger and complex project, and also the if you are not if your requirements are not fixed, then we cannot use the V model. So if how we have to fix your requirements, then we after that we cannot change. If you every time we need to change some requirements, no, we are not able to do our project. So using the V model. So and one more is there is no working software to software is produced in the intermediate stage. So and one more there is no provision for risk analysis. So a certain if there is any risk, we cannot able to fix that one. So that is one of the main disadvantages of V model. Listen, this is a V model. There will be in the picture itself. It indicates that V shape architecture. One is the requirement analysis or system phase and architectural design, module design and coding. The coding is nothing but it is the implementation. So the other hand, left sides over there. These spaces and right side so having the unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and user acceptance testing. So there we have to parallelly we have to create um, a test cases for every phases. So this is the V model. Okay, is there any doubt? You already studied this topic. Whatever, maybe I have to revise it one more time. Are you clear? Okay, and one more thing I want to inform you. I have created the Google class for all the all the subjects of that is ST and PP. I have created for the Google link for the assignments. I will send the mail to all of you. Then you have to check it and you have to join in respective groups. So there. Sure, sure. Yes, I will share it today. Afternoon, I will share. Okay, the today topic was over. This is STLCB model. Is there any doubt or query? Please ask me now. Okay. Kindly enter your attendance. Ahmad Al 4048. Ahmad, are you there? 4048 Ahmad. Sorry, Muhammad. Muhammad.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, are you
4059.
there? Yeah. Just a minute. 4048. Muhammad Al Qazir.
Absent, ma'am, absent.
Absent. Ask me to contact. Ask him to contact me.
Okay, ma'am.
Enrollment number 4048. Please, without fail, ask him to contact me within today. Okay, thank you, students. Those who are enter your enrollment number, you can leave now.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
You need 4049 also need to contact with you.
No. Only the student of 4048.
Okay, ma'am.